Well, hello, my name is teacher Nikki, and I am going to read you one of my favorite princess stories, Cinderella. This is Cinderella. Alright, I hope you like it. Let's listen. Once there was a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. Everyone loved her, even the mice in the hall and the birds in the garden. Cinderella's stepmother pretended to be kind, but she was lazy and mean. Her sisters were mean and lazy too. Poor Cinderella had to do all of the cooking, sewing, and cleaning. One day Cinderella was sweeping. She heard a knock on the door. "Open in the name of the king," someone called. She hurried to the door. It was a messenger. He gave her a big white envelope. It said that every maiden in the kingdom was invited to a ball. The mean stepmother said Cinderella could go if she finished her work. "Oh, and of course you will need a ball gown," she added. She thought Cinderella would not be able to find one. Cinderella did find a gown. It had been her mother's. It was pretty but old. While Cinderella was finishing her work, the birds and the mice fixed the dress using sashes and ribbons the stepsisters had thrown away. When her stepsisters saw Cinderella's gown, they were angry. They tore off the sashes. The gown was ruined. Right here. Stepmother and the stepsisters are not nice. Alright, let's see what else we have. Cinderella sat down in the garden and cried. Her fairy godmother came to help. She waved her wand and a pumpkin became a fine coach. Cinderella's mice friends became 4 white horses. Next, the fairy godmother changed Cinderella's torn dress into a ball gown. Cinderella's old shoes became sparkling glass slippers. The fairy godmother said the spell would end at last stroke of 12. Everything would change back into what it had been before. She told Cinderella she had to be back before midnight. The prince did not like any of the girls he met at the ball. Then he saw Cinderella. He walked right by the stepsisters who were bowing to him. He asked Cinderella to dance. She said yes. Cinderella was very happy. Then she heard the clock chime. It was the first stroke of midnight. "I must go," she said. She ran out the door and down the steps. One of her glass slippers fell off. The prince and the Grand Duke ran after her. The Grand Duke found the slipper that she had left behind. When the clock struck 12, the spell was broken. The coach, the horses, and the ball gown were gone. But Cinderella still had her glass slipper. She also had happy memories of the ball. You can see Cinderella with the horses and the coach. And there she is coming down the stairs. And she lost her glass slipper. The prince did not know Cinderella's name. The slipper she had lost was his only clue. He promised to marry the girl whose foot fit the shoe. When the Grand Duke came to the house, the stepsisters were excited. Each of them tried on the slipper, but it did not fit. It was too small. The wicked stepmother had locked Cinderella up in her room, but she got out. She came to the top of the stairs. She asked to try on the slipper. "Yes, come down." Every maiden must try on the slipper, the Grand Duke said. Cinderella slipped her foot into the glass slipper. It fit perfectly. She had always known it would. The mean stepmother and her daughters were very angry. Cinderella and the Grand Duke went to the palace together. The prince was happy to see Cinderella again, and soon after, they were married. Right here. There she goes. She fits into the slipper, and there she is with the prince. Thank you for taking your time and letting me read my favorite fairy tale princess story. I will be reading another princess next week. Bye bye, everyone.